Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be assessing the Miss Supranational 2021 contestants. Many of you requested this episode, which was all about my initial favorites or my hot picks for this year's competition. Since I don't follow this organization as closely as I follow the Miss Universe organization, I was really hesitant to create this episode. But I have seen some of these title holders compete at their national competitions because their organizations not only crown queens for Supra, but they also crown them for Miss Universe. So I happen to see some of them compete, and that definitely has affected my selections and my favorites. But what I decided to do for this was to check out the sashing ceremony. And this I felt was a really great first impression of the contestants because I was able to evaluate and pay attention to their body language, their interaction with the reigning title holder, the hair, the makeup, the styling, the wardrobe, all those things that we're gonna see carry over into areas of competition. Heads up, I do plan on recapping the finale for this year's competition, so make sure to subscribe and hit the notifications, more importantly, so that you know when that episode is posted on my channel. Today's episode is brought to you by Rehearsed to Relatable. If you are a pageant contestant and you're wondering, how can I stand out in the interview room? How can I figure out what makes me different and unique and special and sets me apart from any other contestant? Then you're gonna want to click the description below. You're gonna find details for that in there. As always, I'm gonna be sharing these in no particular order, so let's get started. Japan just seemed so friendly, and I love that because when you can sense a contestant's genuineness, I feel like you can feel it in interview. It makes her more likable, and sometimes you'll get a contestant that can surprise you in a semifinal because of her personality shining through. South Africa, oh my gosh, so I recapped this national pageant too, and her performance at her national pageant was phenomenal. She wore a beautiful, beautiful fitted red orangish type of gown, and it just suited her perfectly. So I'm really excited about her wardrobe because I heard she is working with a lot of South African designers. For those of you who don't know, the South Africa organization manages the Miss Universe title as well as the Supra title and the Miss World title for South Africa. So she has an incredible team behind her. Now, one thing that struck me was the hair that she was going with for this sashing ceremony. I personally loved how her hair was styled at her national final. It just reminded me of Diana Ross, and Diana Ross, you guys, wore some incredible Bob Mackie gowns in the 70s, probably through the 90s, and had this amazing volume and big hair, and I loved it. And that's the vibe that she was bringing at her national pageant, and I really want to see that again so badly. Like, I hope that's gonna come out at some point. Brazil caught my attention before I could even see her face. When I saw how she walked into the room, I was like, okay, wait a second, who is this? Who is this? And then she walks up, and of course, she's beautiful, she's stunning, but the way that this woman carries herself is what immediately caught my attention, and I think that's gonna happen on stage as well. Peru, she looked so pretty in pink here, and I really hope that she leans into that. I thought it just looked so beautiful. The pink tones in her eyeshadow and in her makeup and in that dress that she wore. Gosh, when I saw that, I was like, ooh, I really hope that she has something with a pink tone in it. Even if she's wearing it for preliminaries and not even for a final, I think that that could really work for her, so I'm hopeful. Bolivia. The first thing that drew me into her was her beautiful glowing skin. I always had skin issues and acne growing up, so whenever I see glowing skin, it's something that I just admire and just fawn over. So that's what initially caught my attention about her. I think she's very beautiful, and I can't wait to see her compete. Okay, Dominican Republic. Okay, this queen is coming for that crown. Wow. All right, so first, she's stunning, right? Absolutely gorgeous. But look at this eye contact that she makes with the camera. Look at how self-aware this queen is. I'm impressed. Okay, Philippines, another contestant that I just did an episode on because you all requested it. So Dindi looks beautiful here. Of course she does. That styling in that red dress, it was fitted to perfection. I did express some concerns for her wardrobe leading up to the competition because if you guys don't know, what happened, she was appointed as Miss Supranational because of an issue with scheduling of her national pageant. So you guys can check out the other episode for all the details there. But wow, Philippines is coming in strong. And honestly, I'm really excited for her because I found out after creating that episode that she's been competing for so long, and she's just never won that big title. So this is exciting for her. Miss Venezuela is definitely in my top picks. I don't have the video of myself talking about her because I thought I hit the record button and apparently I didn't for that segment. So here she is. She's gorgeous in photos and she looks just as beautiful in person. Honestly, pretty blown away. Fun fact, she did compete at Miss Teen USA. She represented New Jersey, and then she went to compete at Miss Universe Venezuela, and then she ended up getting the Supranational title. She's very experienced. I definitely think she's making a semifinal. If not, maybe she can even take home the crown. Who knows? Venezuela is very competitive. Namibia, wow, that smile, that was literally my note. Her smile really captured my attention, and I bet you it'll capture the judges too. Somebody told me to look out for Ghana, and oh my gosh, yes I am now. So what really actually captured my attention when it comes to Ghana was her joyful spirit. And that's something that you can't fake. That is a very, very likable quality. So I want to see how that's going to translate on stage. China. Okay, watch this moment right here. This is what got me about her. Her posture when she took this photo, it was so commanding. It was so confident, and I loved it. Now she's on my radar. Panama really stood out to me on Instagram initially. So when I got to see her actually on camera, then I was like, okay, yes, yes, yes. Like I would predict, if I can, that she could be in that semifinal. I recently did an episode about Indonesia because many of you requested me to create one about the press conference. And honestly, guys, go check out their press conference. The video clips are absolutely impressive. So just telling you, you can watch that one too. But wow, so she photographs so well. Some of her photographs throughout this entire year, from the moment that she was crowned, like the photo shoots that they put her in, from the organization, whoever was organizing all of this, whether it was the org or her personal team, were doing a phenomenal job. She's stunning, but she's still beautiful in person, and that's what I love about her. I feel like when I see her on camera, she never disappoints. She is one of my top picks. Colombia is very beautiful, and I cannot figure out who she reminds me of, but her styling here for this sashing ceremony reminded me a little bit more of Miss Grand. Like, that's where I would actually see her competing. But if you know who she is reminding me of or who she reminds you of, leave that in the comments below. England, oh my goodness. So she actually really reminds me of a Miss World title holder with her styling. I feel like the Miss World queens have this very elegant, almost vintage style of glamour in pageantry, and she was really bringing that to me, but she's captivating. So I want to see what she does on stage. I'm really excited that I get to include my home country, the United States, in this episode. That makes me so happy. What I love about our current title holder is that she has been around. She's been first runner-up, I want to say, for Miss World America. And she's just one of those girls that you've seen around, similar to Miss Philippines this year, where you've seen her around, she's done really, really well, but she's just never been able to get that title. And so this made me really, really happy to see her representing the United States at Supra. So I'm totally rooting for her. She's beautiful. I did hear that she forgot all of her luggage at the airport, so I think she has all of that now, and I feel like she's gonna be ready to go. But I'm thrilled for her. Definitely rooting for my home country. South Sudan, to me, is a dark horse. I have not heard much about her. None of you have mentioned her to me and said check her out. But my gosh, this gown on her was supermodel status. That's how I felt about it. Even though it was a very subtle black minimal gown, my gosh, just the hairstyling with it, the red lip, that face, whoa, okay, impressed. India, so I actually recapped her national pageant, and if you want to watch it, you can just click this video right up here in the corner. But she's really beautiful. The styling of her hair surprised me for this, so I'm wondering if she's going to keep this consistent throughout the competition. I'm really curious, but she is just one of the most beautiful contestants in my opinion. I loved Netherlands' hairstyle here. I believe she may have been the only contestant at this sashing ceremony that had her hair styled in that way. It was a very, very ultra high, top knot style of bun, but it worked. It worked for her face, it worked for the gown that she was wearing, and I loved it. So for me, this is a good sign, and fingers crossed she has some great wardrobe for the rest of the competition. Puerto Rico, oh my goodness. My note when I saw her was literally just like, the Latinas are bringing it this year and I'm living for it. Okay, she just looked incredible, incredible. Unique gown and caught my attention. Thailand, okay, gorgeous. Okay, wow. How could I forget Thailand? My apologies. My gosh, you can tell that Thailand is bringing it once again. Just look at this queen. Ah, she's glowing. Those were my favorites. Let me know in the comment section who yours are, and don't forget, let's be supportive of the contestants. Let's be kind to one another and just really be here to uplift these women, because what they're doing is not easy. There's a lot of pressure that is placed on them, and let's just show them how proud we are for representing each of their countries. So thank you so much for watching this episode. I would love to hear what your guys' predictions are, what more that you know about the contestants, and I hope that you didn't forget to subscribe and hit that notification so you know when all the new episodes come out. Until next time, guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.